Hi Army, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video and taking your time to listen to today's story. As we all know, there is always something special when we talk about Jimin. Not only because he is one of the BTS members with such a strong presence, but because Jimin has a way of touching people's hearts through the smallest things he does. And recently, something happened that truly surprised many netizens. Not because it was loud or glamorous, but because he did it quietly, without media attention, without cameras, without a stage, and without seeking praise. It all started from an anonymous post on a Korean online forum. Someone shared that they accidentally saw someone who looked like Jimin in a public area, specifically near a children's medical foundation. At first, they were not sure if it was really him, because there was no security, no crowd, and Jimin was dressed very simply, a black jacket, a mask, and a cap. He walked quietly, like someone who did not want to be recognized. But the way he walked, the eyes that sometimes showed when his mask shifted slightly, and the familiar posture made the person realize that it was indeed Jimin. So what really happened? It turns out that Jimin had come to donate and give direct support to a children's medical charity. There was no press, no documentation, no post from him. Even the foundation itself did not publicize the visit. Everything was done privately, and that's when many people started to realize something. Jimin never does good things to be seen. He does them because it is simply who he is. This information only came to light because one of the staff at the foundation mentioned it accidentally. The staff did not mention his name, did not mention the donation amount, only said that a very humble and famous artist came, did not want pictures taken, did not want his name to be mentioned, and only wanted to help out of genuine care. However, Army quickly connected the details: time, location, description, and many realized that the artist was Jimin. What shocked netizens even more is when they remembered that this was not the first time Jimin has done something like this. Over the years, Jimin has donated to his old school, bought uniforms for students in financial need, supported victims of natural disasters, and helped mental health organizations, and many of these acts were only discovered long after they happened. This made people pause and think. In a world where celebrities often make kindness part of their public image, Jimin does kindness in silence. He doesn't need attention to show who he is. Many fans began recalling Jimin's past words from one of his live broadcasts. He once said, "I don't want to be someone who only receives love. I want to be someone who also gives love." And now, we can clearly see that his words are not just something he says, but something he truly lives by. What made this story even more emotional is how fans responded. Many Army said that they didn't cry because the act was big, but because the act was sincere. True kindness has the power to touch hearts even without words. Moments like this remind people that being a fan is not only about loving songs, performances, or visuals. It is about appreciating someone for the values they bring into the world, and in an entertainment world filled with competition, rumors, and pressure to maintain an image, Jimin shows that the best way to be remembered is not by speaking loudly, but by letting your heart speak for you. After this story spread, fans remembered small moments that reflect Jimin's character. Like how he quietly holds another member's hand when they are nervous. How he is always the first to feel guilty if someone else is hurt. How he cries not when he is suffering, but when he sees others suffering. There is something soft yet incredibly strong in Jimin. And perhaps that is why he always leaves a mark on the hearts of those who know him, even if they only know him through a screen. But there is one more thing to understand. Jimin never asks Army to become like him. He never says, "Follow me." But just by being himself, he inspires people to become warmer, kinder, and more caring, and that might be the purest influence an artist can have on the world. Before this video ends, I want to remind you that we don't need grand gestures to make a meaningful impact. Even small acts, listening to someone, holding someone's hand when they are sad, or simply showing care, can mean so much. Just like what Jimin does. If you're watching this, I want you to take a moment to remember something Jimin has taught us all. Love does not need to be loud, does not need to be shown publicly, and does not need to be announced. The most genuine love is given quietly, without expecting praise or reward, and perhaps, Jimin does all of this not to be seen, but because it is simply who he is. Thank you for watching this video until the end. Comment below and tell us, what is the one thing you admire most about Jimin? I will read them all. See you in the next video. Take care of your hearts, Army, and remember, Jimin is always with us, even without words.